Marseille is France's oldest city, and when it comes to statistics, it's also one of Europe's most dangerous. I'll show you its postcard moments and also its contradictions.
For some, Marseille is the epitome of sunshine and a Mediterranean lifestyle, while others think of negative headlines related to crime. How safe is it, and what should you go see?
Marseille is not the kind of city that waits politely to be discovered. It throws you in all at once. So let's go explore Marseille in a day.
With just under 900,000 inhabitants, Marseille is the second largest city in France. It's located in Provence, directly on the Mediterranean Sea. I start my day at the Vieux Port, the old port. This is where the city was founded more than 2,600 years ago.
Ever since, Marseille has been a trading hub and a place where people meet, and the Vieux Port is still the heart of the city.
Fishers sell their catch here every morning. And morning is also the best time to experience the harbor atmosphere as a visitor. Over the years, the harbor district has increasingly become a cultural hub. The Mucem, the Museum of Civilizations of Europe and the Mediterranean, is a good place to start if you want to learn more about the history of the region. You can also access the roof terrace and other viewpoints around the building for free.
Even if you don't have time to go to a museum and spend hours there, just coming here for the views and the architecture is worth it.
The Marché de Noailles market is just a few minutes walk from the port. Here you can discover vegetables from Provence and ingredients from all over the world, including North African snacks. Marseille is a melting pot of different cultures. For centuries, immigrants from all over the world have been drawn to the port city. To fully appreciate Marseille, you have to climb. Notre-Dame de la Garde is 149 meters above sea level and is one of the most popular attractions. The locals call the church La Bonne Mère, the Good Mother, because she watches over the city. The golden statue of Virgin Mary on the basilica is currently covered for construction, but can usually be seen from all over the city.
What a nice breeze. And this has got to be the most spectacular view you can get of Marseille.
Down in the Le Panier district, things get colorful. Marseille's oldest neighborhood used to be a classic working-class district. Today it's quite trendy with small shops and bars.
Mediterranean lifestyle.
Be sure to check out the many murals, some funny and some political. In Le Panier, many facades have been transformed into works of art. If you have a little more time, it's worth taking a street art tour. So far, I've had a look at the postcard version of Marseille. I didn't feel unsafe. The city owes its dangerous reputation above all to the quartiers nord, the northern districts. They're home to around a third of the city's residents. The neighborhoods are often in the headlines for drug and gang-related crimes, even shootings. The city marketing department is specifically promoting areas that tourists have previously ignored.
En fait, on a fait un plan de tout Marseille, parce que nous faisions des focus sur le centre-ville, là où il y a, je dirais, les endroits célèbres à visiter. Mais nous avons voulu, et c'est la volonté municipale, rendre tout Marseille accessible pour que les touristes en fait, se baladent un peu partout. Après, c'est sûr, il y a des quartiers où le trafic de drogue est installé, qu'il faut éviter.
Et Marseille figure dans les villes les plus dangereuses dans les statistiques en Europe. Qu'est-ce que vous dites aux voyageurs qui ont peut-être peur de venir Alors, il y a des précautions
C'est marrant parce qu'on a à la fois cette image qui est beaucoup plus ancrée sur certains pays. Les Parisiens sont un peu méfiants. Quelques villes en Allemagne, mais je dirais les Américains, l'ensemble des clientèles européennes se sont tout à fait adaptés à cette façon de réagir. On ne leur dit rien de particulier, on leur dit simplement qu'ils sont dans une ville qu'ils ne connaissent pas, donc de ne pas laisser son sac traîner à droite, à gauche. Mais je dirais on a très peu de problèmes en fait avec les visiteurs et avec les touristes.
I want to see for myself and see if it's worth taking a trip to some of the lesser-known areas in the north.
This isn't the Marseille you see in travel ads, but there are also places here that are historic, creative and welcoming if you take the time to look beyond the headlines.
You'll find one of the city's most unusual cultural projects here in a former industrial complex, the Cité des Arts de la Rue. Since 1995, artists here have been working on projects involving street art, theatre, circus and performances for public spaces.
La particularité de ce que toutes ces structures essayent de faire, c'est qu'elles essayent de créer pour des lieux qui sont donc pas dédiés nécessairement à la culture, et donc par conséquent elles essayent de créer pour des publics qui ne sont pas forcément les publics qui vont d'habitude se rendre dans les théâtres ou dans les cinémas.
You can also take part in workshops at the Cité. And there's something else you absolutely can't miss. A forgotten forest in the middle of the city. Big in the 19th century, the city's bourgeoisie often went on outings here. Local initiatives have been working since 2016 to revitalize the area. The highlight is the Cascade des Galades, a 9-meter-high waterfall. In the north of Marseille, you'll also find the Savonnerie du Midi, which has produced the famous Marseille soap since 1894. In the 19th century, Marseille was a soap-making stronghold with dozens of factories. Camille Tricot from the factory shows me soaps that are over 100 years old.
Ça peut râper un peu la peau, mais il n'y a pas de durée minimale d'utilisation ou de date limite d'utilisation. Donc effectivement, c'est un produit qui pourrait être encore éventuellement être utilisé.
Back in the day, the soap makers used stamps with different images to mark their soaps, and people who couldn't read could still buy their favorite soap and know who it was made by.
The soap boilers produce traditional soap in copper kettles using only olive or palm oil, water, caustic soda and salt. The soap master uses his tongue to test whether the saponification process is working correctly.
On va tapoter plusieurs fois, comme ce que je vous ai dit de faire. Et après, ça va être juste sur le bout de la langue.
Et c'est pour quoi faire?
Savoir s'il faut rajouter de l'eau pendant l'étape de lavage. C'est au niveau de la 4e étape.
Et c'est vraiment pas dangereux parce qu'on ajoute de la soude et tout ça, non?
Par contre, quand c'est la phase d'empâtage, oui, parce que du coup, on va sentir plus la soude qu'autre chose.
So, I'll try. Juste comme ça, hein?
Juste vous touchez avec la langue. Normalement, vous allez sentir un côté piquant.
Yeah, it's a bit like a burning sensation on the tongue.
If you want to see the soap being made, you have to come in the morning. The visit to the factory and the soap museum is free, but you should make a reservation. Now I head back to the center, to Cours Julien, Marseille's trendy district. There used to be a vegetable market here, but now it's mainly restaurants and bars.
A day in Marseille wouldn't be complete without an apéro. That's a drink, some salty snacks, and just enough time to do absolutely nothing. These paniers, they're chickpea fritters and a specialty from Marseille. And I'm trying them for the first time. They're soft on the inside and have herbs, and then they're served with this aioli, or garlic mayonnaise.
This ritual in the south of France takes place in the late afternoon, traditionally with pastis, an aniseed-flavored spirit which was invented in Marseille. That's how locals and visitors like to unwind at the end of the day.
Marseille isn't always polished, but it's real. And I did feel safe. At least it didn't feel more dangerous than any other big city. Of course, there might be some places you might want to avoid, especially at night time. But if you come here, just come with an open mind and stay a bit aware. What are your best tips for traveling and staying safe? Let us know in the comments.